Yeah, I said it. LaMelo Ball is better than Trae Young. And if you don't understand that, you don't understand basketball. See, there's a lot of stuff going around about the Ball family and just the media. There's so many media journalists out there who don't play basketball. They never have. And they over here, they're dictating trends and ideas about players. And it confuses the public. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it back to what's real. LaMelo Ball is like the best basketball player in this country, even though he's not in the country right now. You know what I'm saying? Right now, at 16, LaMelo Ball is better than Trae Young, and he would dominate the NCAA at 16. The dude has heart. I said it in my last video, and I'm saying it again. He has heart. His skills translate. We're getting into an age where people are getting smarter about playing basketball. Everybody knows how to hit the long three. You know, back in the day, for people to understand, like even now, because back in the day, the best players, they were able to jump high, you know, jump out the gym, run extremely fast, just all out, just athletic freaks, and they have a nice handle, you know what I'm saying, and a smooth jump shot, you know what I'm saying? And at this point in time, if you don't have that, like if you're not jumping out the gym, people just can't see it. You know what I mean? You just can't see it that LaMelo Ball can play in the NBA right now. You don't understand that. Like you just can't. It takes somebody like Zion, who's just physically dominating people, and for you to be able to understand that, you know, this 16-year-old is good. But like I said, people are starting to play the game more on a leverage basis. You know, the three ball changes everything, and LaMelo can hit the three ball, you know, and it's not that simple because he's also very tall for his position. He's extremely fast. He's not as fast as Trae Young, but he's extremely fast, and he's tall, you know, and he has heart, and he can dribble. And when I say he can dribble, that doesn't mean he has to dribble like Kyrie Irving. You know, people they have this idea that you have to do it the way it's been done before. You have to be like these players, or it has to be as good before I can really see it. But so far, what we've seen with LaMelo Ball is he can play above his age level, you know, and he's learned how to craft his skill to be able to do that, you know. So people are surprised when LaMelo is dropping 4 and 5 threes in a row on one of the best teams in Lithuania, one of the best teams in the EuroLeague. And I'm not. I know he can do that. You know what I'm saying? It's about translation. Does your game translate or does it not? Like I said, since he was young, he's had to be able to focus on the most important things. What can I do? I'm not the strongest, most athletic person on the court because I'm younger than everybody. So what am I going to focus on? What am I going to do when I'm out there? And he's mastered that. Now Trae Young is good. Trae Young can shoot the three ball, but he's more selfish, for one, and two, he has like the ultimate green light. You can't tell me if LaMelo Ball was allowed to shoot the ball as many times as Trae Young that he wouldn't have 40 a night. Like he would have 40 a night. You know, it gets to the point where Trae Young, he's good. I don't want to take anything away from him, but one of his main things is that he castrates his team. He shoots the ball way too much. Sometimes you got to pass the ball to make people feel like they have balls, to play like they have balls. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's hesitant. Everybody's waiting and watching and passive because Trae Young doesn't pass the ball enough. That's what it's about when you talk about getting people into the game early. You know what I mean? And then at the end where they finally are able to figure Trae Young out and shut him down, then you go to one of the other players to try to make a play, and they blow it. They're too hesitant. They haven't got the ball, and it's more than just them being cold. It's them being a hesitant player. It's them second guessing themselves because You got to get the ball, man. You got to be able to play in order to have that confidence in yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you don't get the ball, these guys are. When I say he's castrating them, you got to look at it like this: they want to make the NBA. Every player that's in a Division I school wants to make the NBA, and they're sitting here watching some 6'3" guard when they're like 7 foot tall. You know what I'm saying? Take their dream away from them. How are you going to make the NBA if you don't get to take any shots? If you don't ever get the ball, you know what I'm saying? If it's always a Trae Young show. So they've accepted that. Like I've accepted the fact that the things I've worked for, I'm not going to achieve them. I'm not going to get to the NBA. They might not have said it to themselves, but subconsciously they've accepted that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying as far as castration. They're allowing him to just straight take their dreams from them. Now, of course, they're the best players should have the ball in their hands. The best players should take the shots, and so on and so forth. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be taking the most shots, but he should be passing more, and his teammates really shouldn't be allowing him to do that. So they're being castrated. Now, Lamelo, his thing is the same thing that everybody already knows, is that he just gets lost on defense sometimes. People are always screening him. He doesn't know where his man is, and then next thing you know, that person is hitting a three that he's supposed to be guarding. But that's easier to fix. You know what I'm saying? They've already tried to fix what Trae Young is doing, even in the middle of the season. And it's like he goes right back to it. He does it a couple of games, and next thing you know, it's the same thing over and over again, where it's just him, and he's almost killing himself. And he's one of the players that really sunk it in my head that they need to be getting paid. You know what I'm saying? And there's all these headlines about all these players turning down LeVar Ball's offer. But if you look at Trae Young play, he's playing entirely too hard. He's going to get hurt. He might get hurt. You know what I'm saying? To not be getting paid. He really is putting like his whole everything on the line. He's shaving years off of his life. That's how hard he's playing. Getting banged up, 2 or 3 people on him. He's just not passing the ball, and he's playing terrific hard defense. He's more like, everybody always talks about him being the next Curry, but he's more like Iverson. He's an Iverson with the 3-point shot, or he's Westbrook with the 3-pointer. Curry doesn't play that hard. Like, he plays hard. Don't get me wrong. He just doesn't play as hard as Trae Young. But like I said, though, don't be fooled. If Lamelo could do what he does overseas, he can do it in the NCAA. And he's scoring, even in the Triple B challenge, he's playing people his age, you know what I'm saying? And he was actually playing somebody else from the LKL, and he scored like 40 points. I think LiAngelo had like 30, you know what I'm saying? And they're in the professional league, one of the top leagues in Lithuania. You can't tell me he can't score 40 in the NCAA at 16. He shoots threes from a further distance than Trae Young is shooting this. They're both kind of far back from the line, but the college line is closer to the rim than the 3-point line overseas. You know what I'm saying? And the last couple of games, LaMelo's been shooting like over 50% from 3. You know what I'm saying? It's money. And there's another thing that makes me sad is like LiAngelo, if they would actually give him his shot, LiAngelo would be also a dominant player. I don't know if he'd be the absolute best, but he'd be like a top 3 player because he has that shot, and he would be able to post people up in the NCAA. And it's just sad that it had to end up like this, but I like this better in a way, because it's just something we've never seen before. We've never seen this story. But I think LaMelo, people just don't understand basketball enough to know that. It's like in boxing, styles make fights. His style is going to make a good fight in any league. He's going to be able to play in any league, and he can do it right now in the NBA. And that's what I'm talking about. He's better than what you think he is.